It's Market Day Report. We're approaching midday here on the final trading day of the week. Let's see how the markets are shaping up, and we'll start with the corn market. We're unchanged on the front months. July is most active, now ticking into the red, and the December 3 cents higher at $4.50 1/4. And that December contract now right in the middle of the trading range. Soybeans, November contract a nickel higher at $10.29, roughly, again, right in the middle of the range on the November new crop. Let's touch on soy meal. We haven't done that in a while, and meal has now turned higher, and we're moving, as far as soy oil, in the red. What about the wheat market? We'll start with Chicago. July still 11 higher at $5.42 a bushel. Since the last time we talked, July hard red now 11 3/4 higher at $5.39 1/4. And then spring wheat, December is that new crop, $6.34 3/4. It's up 9 3/4 cents. Now, speaking of Minneapolis, Twin Cities. Let's go to the Twin Cities. CHS market research analyst Joe Lardy. Hi, Joe.
Morning.
Welcome to Friday. Okay, as the weekend is right around the corner, what are you watching in the markets right now?
Well, I'm just kind of taking a look at what the price action is doing versus what information that we're taking in at the same time. And we're finally getting a little bit bigger of a trading range today. These markets, throughout the early part of the week had real small trading ranges, which just tells me that the markets are looking for direction, or, we're not going to get a big rally when we're having a 3-cent trading range in December corn. But today we've expanded that range a little bit. But I think the thing that I'm really most focused on is getting reports out from the country of how aggressive the planting pace has been. I mean, everybody has been saying that the weather has been very cooperative for the most part, and are really getting aggressive getting this crop into the ground this year.
Okay, so again, that's part of it, but the other side of this is finding buyers for those grains once we harvest them. And I know harvest is a long ways away, but is there still some concern on the trade side?
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to continue to be the uncertainty around the whole tariff situation, our relations with China. And until that's really solidified as to what products, especially in the agricultural side, are going to be there, I think it's put a lot of uncertainty into the market. And we saw yesterday in the export sales numbers, we're just not seeing those really big, strong, robust numbers. And I think it's, frankly, due to just a lot of that uncertainty, right? People aren't really willing to commit to these big purchases without knowing kind of that tariff structure that these purchases are going to fall under. And when we look at like soybeans specifically, new crop soybean sales for next year are really low compared to where we had seen in previous years. So, this uncertainty is really not helping these markets at all. Good demand leads to higher prices, and right now that demand has just been really stagnant.
Joe, thanks for popping in for the insight. Joe Lardy's with CHS Hedging. And before we go to break, the cotton market, what's happening in New York? We've been higher as we look at the December new crop contract, and look at that, up 206 now at 69.49. The July most active, it's up over 2.5 cents at 68.19. All right, we'll take a break, and when we do come back, we'll talk cattle and hogs. Market Day Report continues in a moment.